Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to share with you how to set up the Arduino and do your embedded programming. Yeah. So first thing first, what do you need is that of course now we need the Arduino IDE. No IDE. You can actually download it here. Okay, you can download from here. And then the installation, now the latest release. Yeah, let me put it into my downloads. You can just save it here. Okay, once you save it, you can install it. Let me see if I already installed it before. Never mind, I'll just install it. Okay, so this is the first thing that you need to do. You install this and then you can start to do your Arduino programming here. Now of course the second very most important thing is that you should have your hardware. Yeah, this is the hardware. Yeah, this is the hardware that you should have so that we program them. Okay, if you don't have, there's an alternative, which is you can use Tinkercad. Okay, Tinkercad, you can log into your account and you get to do Arduino programming as well. Give me a moment, let me do my Tinkercad login. Okay, so let me log in. I think I have this personal account. Yes. So over here, what you do, you can just create a circuit, all right? And then from the circuit, yeah, you can choose. You can always start with this board, lah. Okay, you choose with this board, and then today we're going to do a temperature sensor. Okay, temperature sensor. Let me see if we have a DHT 11 or DHT22. No, we don't have a DHT, but I think it's fine. We can use, okay, we can use temperature sensor like this, okay, to do the connection and then we write the code. But nevertheless, today we're going to do with the real guy, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Let me see if I have installed this. Yes, just let me go through. I think I just done the installation. Okay, I think the installation just done, finished. Yep, let's run it. Okay, so this is what you see once you finish the installation. Okay, perfect. Like this, you have to select your board, maybe later. Okay, so you can start to do your code here. Yeah, okay, this one will come to this later. Okay, you should have something like that once you install already. Okay, perfect. This is where we can actually start to code our Arduino. Okay, let me quickly show you. We have the hardware, then we don't need to use the software. Okay, let me show you this. We'll just keep this one side first. Let's look at this guy. I've installed this, is fine. So now I want to get the hardware done. So let me see how I can actually show you the hardware that we are going to use. I have a number of what we call it, Arduino Nano here. It's my favorite actually because it's small and then it can get the job done easily. Okay, let me see. Let me find something. There are quite a number of variants. Okay. Some are USB-C, some is USB. I have another one. I think it's a pretty nice one. Would be from Citron Maker. I'm not sure if you can see this. Okay. This one we can actually use this USB. Yeah, we can use this USB cable to connect it. Okay. Okay, sorry guys, I went off for a short while just to find the cable. Let me try to put this thing here on the side, and then let me enlarge my display so that I can show you the detail better. Let me change this to this. Okay, let me see if I can tilt this down. Yeah, I can have it right here. I hope you can see it clear. That's the lowest I can tilt. I think I can go further down. All right. So what we need to do now is let me enlarge this file here. Okay. So I'm going to use this Maker's version. Okay, Maker's Nano. It's actually similar. It's just a Maker version. I already have the cable pasang already, but I think I can just remove it. It's fine. So we have this. So what we need to do now is to make sure that you have the correct cable, connect it, and then connect to my computer. Now the moment I connect to my computer, you can see if there's LED, you see LED. Okay. Now the more important thing is that on the computer you have to go here, right click, you go to device manager. If you see on the screen, it's connected now. Okay, you see something like that. Okay, let me bring the screen over here. You can see something like that, device manager. Look at the COM port here, you look at this guy. Okay, so we are running on USB serial device COM6. Okay, you have to remember COM6. You see, if I remove it, yeah, you see the COM6 is missing. Now if I connect it back, you should see the COM6 appear again. Yeah, we need to know COM6, you have to remember. But depending on your laptops and the board that you use, you know what are the other devices you have. Sometimes when you put in, it might be a different port number, then you have to remember this number carefully. Alright, perfect. So once you have this, then we can start to do some basic coding using our Arduino. Yeah, this guy, let me smaller this size and enlarge my Arduino again. Alright, so over here, now what you need to do, because we know it's COM6, so you choose to COM6, and then I'll ask you what board is that. Ours is Nano, so it's Arduino Nano. So you just tap OK, then we are ready to go. Okay, so one of the things that we can do with this guy is that you can actually do some simple basic programming to make it, let me enlarge it, to make it do some work for you. So let me keep this, let me save this guy. So usually we have to save it. I'll just put it into my desktop, the desktop for this PC. I just create a, yes, you don't have to create folder actually. It will have a folder if I'm not mistaken. I will just for safety. Okay, test. So I'm going to go in here, and I said my first Arduino program. Okay, just leave it there. Okay, we'll just do this for you and let it reload again. Make sure you choose the correct port. Yep, perfect. Okay, now you need to do some basic setup. What are the setup that we're talking about here is sometimes, first thing first, if you want to have your computer to be able to communicate with the board, you probably want to, it's always good to have this serial begin first. Serial begin is to enable the serial, okay, so that we can actually transmit data from the device to your laptop. Okay, I hope you can see from your screen now. Yeah, so basically this connector, just leave it here, just leave it there, it's fine. And from the program you can see that I try to do this serial, and you have to put in a rate here, speed, we call it the baud rate. Yeah, you can do it with 9600 or 11520 if you want faster. Okay, so it's up to you. but conventional, you can use with 9600 if you want. Okay, then over here, this is where you want the once you have this one, right, you can do a print screen already. For example, print line. You can say, oh, or you can say that Nano is running. Okay, you can do something like that. Now over the loop here, now this is where when you power up your first your Nano, once you loaded the code, this guy will be the first one to call and only call once, and then after that this loop, right, will be repeated again and again and again until the power is off. So usually if you don't want it to like run immediately, this is one function that you need to know lah. Basically we can delay it lah. In this case we are delaying it 2 seconds to run once. Okay, so what can we do here? Maybe you can do something like, okay, let's declare a variable int maybe x equals to 0. Then what we can do here is x plus plus, maybe you just increase it, and then what you want to do is 0.print line, you want to displace the x. Okay, so it's just a simple program that just loop every 2 seconds, increase the number, and then what you do, you can just compile it. Okay, no error is the best. Okay, if you see no error, this is good. Done compiling, everything is good. Then you go proceed with this upload. This upload basically will upload this program into this guy. Let's see, it's uploading. Look at this guy here. Okay, done uploading. Once uploading is done already, okay, great. Where do we see the output? Okay, to see the output, you go to the serial monitor on this side. You click on the serial monitor. Yeah, you can see COM6 about red. Nano is running. Can you see that? This is the word that we key in. Now you can see that our embedded system is running already. So this is no, it doesn't need this computer to run. This is basically just the laptop is just powering it up, and it's actually sending out this back to me through the serial.print line. Okay, so basically this is what is happening, is that you can write your program here. So usually what we do is that we use this microcontroller to actually connect to some sensors. In this case, I'm going to share with you, look at this guy. This guy is a DHT22. Okay, this guy is a DHT22, and he has 3 pins at the bottom. I hope you can see it. 3 pins at the bottom. Let me enlarge the screen again. Okay, he has 3 pins at the bottom. You can see it's actually a plus, out, and minus. So basically plus will be the voltage lah, minus will be the ground, and out will be a digital pin. This is a digital sensor, so you have to connect to it, and then you can start coding it and take the reading from this sensor. So let's have a look at the let me show you. I think it's important, we have to go through this. Nano pin. Oh, you can check this guy out. Depending which variant that you buy. So I'm actually using this guy, right? So you can see the pin. Yeah, so you have to look at the pin. So we need the power in and ground. You can look at here. Okay, you can take a 3.3 volts here or 5 volt depending on sensor, and then you can take this ground, and then you choose one of the digital pin for it to run. Yeah, okay. So I want to show you another one is I want to show you another one is to look at the DHT11, DHT22. I'm using DHT22, particularly is this model. Yeah, so you can see that 3. You can always look at the configuration. Yeah, let me see if Citron have one that we can actually just refer. Let me see this guy, DHT22. Yeah, okay. So we have this. Oops, sorry. Let me reduce the screen again. Alright, so we have this. Sorry, just now we have this guy. Okay, you can look at the pin. Okay, let me move this screen over here, and then we can have another one will be the DHT22. Yep, this guy. If you look at the bottom, you can look at the example code. Will give you the coding already, which you can actually use. So you can actually use the code and to type it into your Arduino. Alright, so I want to show you is the pin is pretty straightforward. So we have to look for this now, plus, ground, and data pin. Alright, so let's move on to get connect with them. Okay, this one I'm going to connect them. Now to be on the safe side, always remember to power off it. Okay, I'll just turn it off, and then I'll look at this guy. So I know that my purple is plus, which is the voltage in, and the other guy will be the ground. Okay, let's look at this guy first. Okay, the plus, which is my 3.3 volt. Okay, I'll look for 3.3 volt. So over here I'll search for the one that is 3.3. in this case, let me move to 3.3. Okay, it's right here. This guy is 3.3. the second pin 3.3, and then the one with one line just right far away from this guy would be the negative. Negative would be the ground. I'm looking for ground, so this would be the ground pin. Okay, and then I have there's a digital 13 pin here. Okay, I think this is D13 here, so I'm going to just use that. So that's why I can just connect it this way. Okay, I think it's pretty much done. So what we need to do now is to you can power it up, but just don't do that first. Let's look at the code. I want to show you something interesting, which is the Arduino. Right, this guy, it has full of example here. So in other words, sometimes you don't really need to like code yourself. Let me see, there's some like board is here. Let me find you. There's a place that you can find example here. Okay, at zip manage library. Let's see if we have what library here. Okay, DHT22. Okay, we have this guy. Okay, you can install this library. Okay, install. So let's see if I have the code around. I have the example here. Yep, let's click this guy. Oh, there you go. So I already have the code here. Pretty nice. I will include this, and then there's no sample code here. Fine, we'll just do it ourselves. Yeah, there's no sample code here, but it's fine. We have this. Let's type our code in. Okay, first thing first, we need to have a few things. We're going to define our pin. This guy is D3. Alright, so this is how you do it. Let me see if you can see my screen before I proceed. Okay, perfect, because I'm not connecting anyway. I'm just typing the code now. I hope the code is not too difficult for you to see. Alright, over here. So what we need is define DHT pin, because I'm connecting to 13. Define DHT type DHT22. Take note of this one, I'm using a white color one. Just to show you, there's another one which is blue. This is DHT11, yeah, but the code is almost the same. You can just use them, yeah. And then make sure you initialize it. DHT pin, DHT type. Okay, so if you are using a different DHT, basically you just have to change this number. Okay, then we have this over here, just to make sure that the DHT is initialized here. Ask it to get ready, running, and then this is where we're going to run. We don't need the X anymore, so I'm going to remove the X. Over here, yeah, you can actually just let's get the temperature. I think the temperature will be in float, right? Equals to DHT dot, because the library is done for us, so it's very easy. We just have to call this, and then I'm going to put temperature. Yep. I guess that's what I am going to do. Basically, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to print the temperature reading. Let me compile and see if there's any error. Oops, there's this error here. Let me check. DHT, DHT22. Check the library, DHT22. Let me check the library example. Let me make sure that I'm using the right library. Okay, I think we are using not the correct one. Just give me a moment. Nope, let me remove this guy. Yes, I want to use the enough one. DHT. Okay, this guy. Let's use this one. Install all. Okay. Installing, let it done. Install, so let me compile. Okay, this one has just DHT only, there's no 22. Alright, now looks good. Done compiling. Yep, the program is good. Now time to plug it in, so the program is ready. Now I'll plug it in back again. Alright, yep, connected. So what I'll do the upload. Okay, let's hope the upload is good. Okay, let's leave it here. Okay, I suppose the upload is successful. Let me check the serial monitor. Right here, let's turn it back on. Here you go. So now you can see, I hope you can see that my temperature sensor is running already over here. And you can see the temperature. Let me try to make it warm by closing it. You should able to see the temperature increase. Yeah, you can see it's 29, 27.9, 28.1, and then if I release it, then it should come back down again. So now you know my ambient temperature. Now you can actually have more information. Okay, this guy comes with two things. It can have a float, humidity equals to DHT dot read humidity. Yep, you can do that. This is in Celsius, yeah. So let me compile this guy and upload this guy. Oh yeah, wait, let me Let me see if I can just print both side by side like that. Print line. I think I type this way is better. Temperature. Yep. This will be just like that. And then let me print another one. Okay, humidity. Type as humi. And I'm going to put this humidity value here. Yep, let me run this guy. And upload this guy. Okay, let's check out the serial monitor. Let's start. Here you can see, okay. So now you can get two readings. One is the temperature, one is humidity. So it's pretty easy, right? So as long as you get the wiring correct and the correct library, then you get your program up and running. You can get your temperature, humidity value, depending on what sensor that you're using. Of course, thanks to all the library that we have now, so basically we are just calling functions and we'll get the reading. Alright, so the next thing I want to share with you will be the Tinkercad. Okay, let's check out the Tinkercad again. Now the Tinkercad, and this is slightly different. This guy, alright, this temperature sensor is not a digital one. So how do I know is that you look at this one. This is power, so you need to supply power to this guy. This is with the voltage out, and this is ground. So usually voltage out is analog. So in this case, I'll just put the voltage to A0, and then to supply power to this sensor, usually I just use a 3.3 volt. Alright, and ground, I just connect to a ground. Yeah, suppose this will be how to get it connected. Let's see if this is okay when you run the simulation. Okay, fine. Okay, so the simulation is running now. So let's stop the simulation. Now we have to code this guy, otherwise it won't work, right? We have to code this. Okay, so we go to the code side. Let's change it to not using this. I want to code using Arduino text. Perfect. Yeah, you can see it's something very familiar that we've seen, right, just now. Okay, so we already have that. Let me enlarge it to show it to you. What is the approach that we do to read this? This one basically, alright, we're going to use a technique like, for example, we can do the same thing. Define sensor pin. Now usually when you define, everything has to be capital letter. Pin is A0. Okay, we do that. Then let's do the setup function. It's the same like we have done with the original one. I mean the physical one. Now serial dot begin. So now you know why we do that. This is to transfer information from the board to us. And then of course we can now send a print line. Okay, temperature sensing starts. Okay, you can do something like that. You can put any fancy messages you want. Alright, then over here, this is the loop where the program will continuously run. So what we want here is basically we want to get the value, okay, from the analog sensor. In this case, I put in sensor pin. So it will read from A0, and then you will keep on print out the A0. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to print out the A0 here. So it is serial dot print out the value. Okay, and then I'll just delay for 2 seconds. Okay, no point of reading it too close. So let me see if I can start the simulation. And let me see, how do we get to see the debugger? Okay, should have a serial monitor. Oh, okay, at the bottom here, every 2 seconds. So I think this one, right, you can actually change the temperature. You see, if I change it to the highest, you get this. But the highest temperature is only 125 for this guy. If I lower it to -40, you get around 20. Yeah, this sensor, right, is an analog sensor. So in other words, right, depending on the temperature, this guy will actually return you things like you know, the in a linear fashion lah, depending what temperature that it is reading. Of course, you need to do some conversion, okay, conversion yourself to actually get the actual reading. Okay, let's look at the conversion. How do we do that? I think in this guy, now we know that if this is 25, yeah, basically you know that it's 155 is 25, yeah. Because we are using 3.3 volt, yeah. So this guy probably will just return anything in between that. Let's see if I can do that. Let me see if I can stop simulation over here. So I got this, this is a value, we can call it the voltage value. Okay, then the next thing is that you want to get the temperature. Temperature equals to, yes, we have to get the voltage that we have, and then no, sorry, this is only the value. Not yet get the voltage yet. No, you need to get the percentage. You need to do something here. Sorry, we need to do this because that's just not good enough yet. Voltage, that's just a number, okay. So we need to do this. Value divided by 1023 multiply, I think it's 3.3. Okay, let me try this. Sorry, let me run this. This semicolon missing. Let's start run this guy. Let me look at the serial monitor. That's 0, 0. No, it's not moving. Okay, because this is integer. Okay, integer divided by integer. So I think I have to at least be careful with the data type. I think I should have a .0 here. So that should fix the problem. Okay, now we have this. This is the voltage. So we can go up. Okay, let's say we go all the way to the highest. Highest is only around 1.15. Lowest 0.06. That's if it's 0.06, then it is -40. So we know that if we move all the way to the top 125, then it's actually what is this guy doing here? 125 is basically 1.15. Yeah, I mean this sensor can actually I suppose it can probably go higher, but this is the range that we get. So what you need to do, you have to figure out the linear function, and then yeah, put it there. You will able to get the temperature in Celsius. Alright, so I guess that is about the thing I want to share with you. If you use this, of course, compared to the hardware, with the digital one, I think digital is easy. So in this lesson, you should able to tell the difference between the digital and also the analog pin. Alright, you can do it here and then you can try. Okay, enjoy.